You're listening to The Andrew and Troy Show.
Indeed you are, ladies and gentlemen, and as promised, joining us in the studio is local filmmaker Daniel Luke Rogers. Daniel, welcome to the show!
G'day, thanks for having me on.
My absolute pleasure. How exciting to have you here to talk to us not only about filmmaking, but your filmmaking and a festival, a film festival that you've got coming up.
Yes, so I'm hosting my own film festival called Take the Film Festival.
Take the Film Festival.
Yeah, it's on April 16th. It's all about connecting emerging leaders with industry professionals and trying to get student filmmakers who have a short film, trying to turn that into a feature film.
Exciting. So a great opportunity for young up-and-comers to come and meet some people with a little bit of cash.
Oh, 100%.
Now, you've got a series of your own, a few of your own short films out there. One of the most recent ones you've done is the Falsetto Jazz Club. Tell us a little bit about that. I actually, just quietly, love the movie, love the short film. One of my favourites that you've done. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the Falsetto Jazz Club is practically... it's about a gay teenager who's seduced into a homosexual cult run by villainous drag queens. And no, it's not a comedy.
It sounds like a good thing.
So many people have thought that. And then they watch it and then they're sort of... by halfway in, they're turning their heads.
Not having a laugh, but having a bit, oh, this could be serious. Is it based on anything that you've experienced yourself?
So the film is based on true events, a little exaggerated, but all true, and it's all about, it's pretty much what all gay teenagers go through when they first step out on the scene and getting addicted to it, falling in love for the first time, and then getting used and abused by the elements of the culture.
That's probably a very politically correct way of saying it. And it's filmed and based here in Sydney's Oxford Street.
Yeah, 100%.
And did you get local actors for?
Yeah, so we actually scouted our actors all across the scene, and then one of them we found on Facebook, of all places.
Wow.
So there was this one, the lead character we wanted, what the typical idea of what beautiful is, you know, blonde hair, blue eyes, and we looked all over and we found this great actor from Torquay, of all places.
Up on the Central Coast.
Oh, yeah, and he turned out so good in the end.
He is, just quietly, a little bit of a man crush. He's I know he's stupidly young and ridiculously age difference, but watching, he definitely made the movie. Not only with his acting skills.
Well, I thought all of them. You know?
Yeah. Well, there was one drag queen.
Their acting skills, yeah.
But no, he was a very young, attractive young man. And I'll move on.
Yeah.
Before I don't.
But I mean,
he's not that young.
We're talking about
he's 19 now, so...
He's very young.
For him, yeah.
I could be
he wasn't when we shot the film.
So, look, I'm sure a lot of gay people who have experienced not only the Sydney scene, but I'm sure it happens to, whether it's the same or lesser extent, the Melbourne scene, and probably more so a lesser extent, the Queensland, Brisbane scene, maybe the Perth.
Perth as a scene?
Not really, there's two clubs. And maybe Mars Bar down in Adelaide. But
let's talk about Alice Springs.
Not quite sure they have much of a... Yeah, that's right.
Local bar, you know.
Yeah. They mingle, they integrate.
All the straighties hanging out.
Yeah. But I'm sure a lot of young gay guys, and even older gay guys, like I could assimilate with the actual storyline and the story itself, because we've all sort of had our own similar experiences. I know when I was watching it, I was sitting there going, this could have been my life. This could have been my introduction. This is almost a story about my introduction to the scene.
I think it was, so it is practically my story, and it's like that is my introduction, and I felt like that is every gay teenager's, introduction when they step on the scene. Maybe not Andrew, who's at the front of the mosh pit screaming.
Mr. Squeaky Clean over here. Did you have a similar experience to the film?
I mean, when I was introduced to the scene when I was asked to help out on a documentary about drag queens.
So, it did involve drag queens.
So it did involve drag queens, yes.
Yeah, but not evil.
No.
Well, how did you describe them?
Villainous,
drag queens. Which most of them are, really. Just let's just put it out there. Most drag queens are, well, of course they are. They have their boy face and their girl face. Most drag queens are villainous and evil.
They're very true. I mean, if a lot of people have been able to relate to this film, and that's why it's been into so many film festivals around the world.
15 now.
15?
Wow.
15 film festivals, yeah.
Around Australia?
No, internationally. It
wow.
got into CineQuest in America, which is a big one, and New Filmmakers LA, and it's been to Prague, and it's been to
Prague,
Bangalore, India, of all places.
Wow.
Even though gay is now being illegal there, is that it?
yeah, pretty much.
So
well, I got in just before that. So I'm probably the last film they ever showed there of the gay nature.
That's fantastic. And many awards to come from that, or
it won a Best Director award at the Roha Project in New Zealand. So
over to our friends over the ditch.
Yeah.
So
people to award an Australian.
So have you been travelling around with the film?
So I went to LA and New Zealand for the film. I haven't quite made it to Prague or India, but
you can probably skip the Indian part. Yeah. Just a little heads up. The Prague, definitely, if you can get a ticket there.
Considered it got into Cincinnati's gay film festival. I don't think I'm ever going to go to Cincinnati.
That's a bit that's very random.
Cincinnati, Baltimore.
Oh, that's wow.
Yeah.
All over the US.
That's very random. And how long were you in LA with the film?
So I was in LA for 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah, the film actually opened up a lot of other opportunities, which turned out quite well.
Also, so some future projects.
Some future projects, maybe a feature film starting at the end of the year.
That could be very exciting.
Very interesting.
Now, where can people watch the film, the Falsetto Jazz Club? I probably said that wrong. The Falsetto Jazz Club. My twin brother, who is a musician, would kill me for getting that word wrong. Falsetto.
Considering I spelt it differently.
Yeah.
But the Falsetto Jazz Club isn't actually open to the public just yet. But we are having a place where you can buy the DVDs and see it for the first time, and that is at the film festival on the 16th of April.
So not too far away.
Not too far, and you can go over to daniellukerogers.com to check all the details.
The teaser, which I'd love to play, but it has swear words in it, so we can't put it on the radio, although we will post a link. I know, but you should see the management of this place. That turned me down. We will put it up on the Andrew and Troy Facebook page, the link to your website and the video as well. So also in your travels, New Zealand, you spent some time there. How was New Zealand?
New Zealand was, well, it's New Zealand. Like,
I don't know.
I was about to go, all this amazing stuff, and I'm like, but it's New Zealand.
Well, what were you there working on?
So I was over there working on 2 music videos for gay icon Mika Haka. And they're premiering at South by Southwest on the 23rd of March, so look out for them.
Wow.
But yeah, they turned out really well.
What sort of music is that?
So Mika Haka experiments in spoken word. He's done a pop album, but he's done a lot of, a range of different stuff.
Okay.
I think Grace Jones.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I like a little bit of Grace Jones. You've just spoken my language.
Well, it was an introduction to me going over there. Remember, I'm still only 23, so...
I'm definitely showing my 10 years on top of you. Mardi Gras, of course, this weekend. Let's just change the topic for a second. Are you going to go?
I am going to Mardi Gras.
Yeah?
This is the first time I actually get to watch the parade.
So, wow. Have you got are you going to do the street, or have you got somewhere to watch it from?
Well, I've always been working it, so I've... You mentioned the front of the parade.
Yeah.
A little earlier on. I've been there.
Yeah.
I didn't like it that much.
Did you used to do marshal on the inside of the barriers?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that one year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How'd you find it?
Very interesting. Although I had a megaphone, like one of those loudspeaker things.
Love that.
My goodness, was I in my element.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I had my little 5D camera in amongst all these like big TV cameras, so I was sort of sitting there going like, oh well. Mind you, I was the only one in a parade costume, and all the other TV executives in their business suits. And I'm just
I've once done it with a TV camera and one of my alter egos, Queen Miss Leptita, the drag queen puppet.
With the JVC?
The what?
JVC or EX1?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm a camera.
Camera, okay. It was a really big camera.
That's what they all say.
I had to get a cameraman.
You can tell he's a guy now.
I think I just got burned. Oh, quick, someone applied water. No, it was a really big camera, and I had to get a big
about my
guy.
little camera a little while
not that I want to pull out and measure, but I'm pulling out and measuring. But I had to get a guy, a big, strong guy, to actually film it. But we went up and down the street filming. What an amazing experience that is.
So, you could actually walk in the parade and film?
Yeah, we were walking around the parade. We were up and down. We were going through the marshalling area beforehand. We did it for a couple of years in a row. One year we had this challenge off to see how many pashes the puppet could get, and I think we ended up counting about 50.
Oh, 50.
From random guys that just came up and randomly.
Well, you know what they say, drag queens get all the attention.
That they do. So, the party at all?
So hopefully going to the party. Not confirmed yet.
Yeah.
But I'm sure work will probably take me there.
Fingers crossed. Now, movies, it's your game.
Nick Jonas. Just gotta check that one in.
Oh, no. You're going so well. so well. Movies, back to movies. Movies, your thing. What's your favourite genre?
Whoa, that's a question out of favorite genre. It would have to be the thriller, I guess.
Oh, nice.
Basketball Diaries is my absolute favorite film.
Can't say I've ever seen Basketball Diaries.
It's got Leonardo DiCaprio in it, and his younger self.
No.
What kind of gays are you?
The only good movie with Leonardo DiCaprio is the Titanic.
When he dies at
the end.
Is that because he's at the front of the
bow? Because he dies at the end.
Yeah, when he's sinking. Climax of the movie.
Yeah, exactly right. You've got to wait till 2 hours into the movie.
Reminds me of Andrew in the mosh pit.
Sinking in all that water.
That's been short.
Well, I was going to ask what your favourite movie was, but obviously it's the Basketball Diaries.
Yes, I know. I love that film.
Really? What is it about that? Is it?
I think it's just because it's such a truthful story, and then there's this one scene though right at the end where he goes back to his. It's like the crucial part in the film, and he's gone back to his mother, and he's outside the front of the door.
Yeah.
And he's screaming, and she's trying to ask her to let him in. Trying to ask her to let him in. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then every time I see that scene, I completely forget. Like, will she let him in? Will she give him the money? What's gonna happen? And it's just like every single time I see it.
Don't tell us what happened. I'm gonna have to go and watch it. What makes good cinematography?
I love that question. So practically, I follow a simple rule of the 3 M's.
The 3 M's?
It's my own rule.
Yep.
So it's all about movement. So you've got to make sure the camera is moving. You've got to make sure elements in the screen are moving.
Yep.
You've got to make sure it's matted. So matted is a blocking up the top and the down that gives it that cinema scope, that wide cinema feel. And then the third one is mise-en-scene. And when I say mise-en-scene, I'm not just talking about... So mise-en-scene is your foregrounds, backgrounds, and midgrounds. And most cinematographers just do that as set design, your foregrounds, midgrounds, and backgrounds. But I'm talking about your mise-en-scene through lighting.
Yep.
So your foreground's in black, your midground's in light, and then your background's in black. And then I'm also talking about actors. So the actors move from backwards to forwards.
Yeah.
I follow that rule.
The 3M rule.
3 M's, matting, movement, and mise-en-scene.
Fantastic. Now, before we started the show tonight, we filmed a little teaser video that we put up on the social media, on the Facebook pages and everything, where we just grab a selfie stick, we use an iPhone, and
we quickly do it.
30 seconds, bam, done. You were part of it. What did you think of our cinematography and filming skills?
It was fantastic.
Because we are
amazing.
Let's go through.
I loved it.
We had movement.
Yes. With the selfie stick.
That's right, and because I can't hold it straight while I'm actually talking.
and the iPhone 5 is at a very weird cinemascope angle.
That's
so
right.
Got some matting in there.
So we put the matting, and then what was the third one? Was the mise en scene, which you spoke about 3 different levels.
Well, you had the.
We had to layer
we had 3
out.
different levels.
That's right.
You had the SSR logo in the background.
That's right. We had a background logo.
That's right.
We were standing layered, so we could actually fit in the screen.
If you want to put it that way.
Yeah, I think we nailed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well and truly.
Pretty much. Now,
I'm not going to win an Oscar. Well, we might hit you up for a BAFTA.
Yeah. Or some sort of, Anyway.
A Logie.
Probably.
Well, Logie, yeah.
Better than anything else that goes on Australian TV.
Yeah,
CGI. All the
Now I run.
Yeah. Are you a fan? I love asking this question of filmmakers.
No, I can't stand CGI. I was like... It sucks. Well, I can't really say much because I just shot a music video on green screen. And it's like, But when it comes to CGI, I think the best ever is Jurassic Park. Would you not?
Yes.
And
yes.
Then the actual dinosaur is a robot. The only CGI is at the start, and then it's stop motion halfway with the raptors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I feel that film completely works because the CGI goes unlooked at because there's like so many other elements that are real.
Yeah. Well, most of the dinosaurs were puppets.
Yeah.
There's puppets as well.
Yeah. Which is which I love the movie, although I'm a little bit skeptical of the new one coming out.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a little CGI in that
Chris
one.
Pratt.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't mind Chris Pratt. It's just it's going to be all CGI.
It's all CGI.
And the problem with the cinematography in that one that I don't like is that there is no mise en scene.
No, it's very two-dimensional.
It's very all flashed out and all in like one space.
Yeah, and which I think I saw in the news today. They've actually announced that they will be doing a sequel to it.
What?
So Jurassic World 2.
Wow.
They started writing a sequel to it, even though it hasn't been released yet.
A lot of films are doing that these days. A lot of films are doing it. Yeah.
Huge franchise.
Well, they tried that with that swashbuckling not Pirates of the Caribbean, but
a new one of those comes out soon as well.
They're filming one.
They're filming it at the moment.
Yeah. Up in Queensland.
Yeah.
And what about this is a huge issue of mine. Is I want to go to the cartoon world, the Disney world, where I know it's a whole different medium to what you're used to, but the drawn cartoon to the...
So we were talking about this earlier.
We were to the... I guess it's the CGI animated 3D
so
sort
he's
of
trying
cartoons.
to roast me right now.
What do you think? Do you like the change?
See, I grew up with the hand-drawn
as a filmmaker, which would you prefer?
Hand-drawn. Come on.
Yeah.
It's just like... There's so much nostalgia.
There's so much more warmth to it.
What, the CGI?
No, to the hand-drawn.
Yeah, 100%.
Knowing that someone painstakingly sat there and sketched every single movement.
I still think like Bambi is one of my all-time favorite films. And if you look at the backgrounds to that, they're worth to be in art galleries, the water painting on those backgrounds.
Some of them are crazy. I don't know if you ever got the chance, because you're probably too young. We had a Disney studios here in Australia, in Sydney, which only closed...
I am too young.
Yeah, it closed down, I think, in 2002 or 2003.
Is that why we haven't got a Disneyland?
Probably. No, it wasn't. It was like just an office where they were actually... They did Cinderella... When I went and visited there, they were doing Cinderella 2, Brother Bear 2, and something else, number 2. But they were showing me how they were actually hand painting all the original backgrounds, and they were on massive sheets.
Yeah, well...
They were artworks, huge artworks.
If you go... this was a while back. For my art HSC, I actually tried to do a group of cartoons exactly how the Disney animators did them.
Yeah.
Well, they were artworks, but I didn't just like the Disney animators. So you have your. Even back then, I was thinking about mise en scene. Look at that.
Beautiful.
So
now, just quickly before we wrap this up, what's in the pipeline? What's next? Apart from your film festival on the 16th of April, what else is happening in the life of Daniel?
In the life of Daniel, wow.
Yeah.
So this year, we're doing the film festival.
Yep.
We're also doing a feature film at the end of the year. It's called How to Construct an Elephant. There is a Facebook page.
Nice.
You can look that up.
That sounds interesting.
The next one is No, now I've gone blank. Well, there's plenty going on.
DanielLukeRogers.com is the website. Check it out, especially for the Falsetto Jazz Club trailer that is on there, and for more information about the film festival, which is coming up on the 16th of April. Daniel, absolute pleasure having you in to talk with us. Yes. Will you stick around? We've only got 10 more minutes left on the show. Yeah. My Aunt Ethel is coming in next, and yes. I'm sure and she would love to meet you. Exactly. Plenty more coming up here on the Andrew and Troy Show.
The Andrew and Troy Show on OX Gold.